You think your love life is complicated? Wait until we tell you what animals have to put up with in order to lock down a Valentine.
Then we should probably set the mood for a chat about the quite literal birds and bees.
Birds, yeah. This corkscrew will never let you look at ducks the same way again.
And what does this corkscrew have to do with ducks?
Well, ducks have corkscrew shape.
And today on Cool Stuff Strange Things, Steph and I are going to tell you about the animal kingdom's get down. Enough to make you glad you can just buy someone flowers and call it a day.
So, you think you can dance? No one has moves like the greater sage grouse. While showing off their fancy feathers, males take big gulps of air to inflate yellow balloon-like sacs on their chests. This creates a whistle and pop sound that can travel nearly 2 miles, as a shout-out to female grouse looking for love.
Nice. Okay, so that Avian Amour was nowhere near as X-rated as that whole duck situation that you led with and it traumatized me by.
Sorry.
But pretty much all birds get nasty in a very odd way, like nasty on a whole nother level. Nearly every species of bird has intercourse via cloaca, an opening common to both males and females through which fertilization and waste elimination it occurs. So 2 functions, 1 home. It really only takes seconds for the male and female's cloacas to meet up and totally just do the deed.
You know, I'm just reminding myself that this is all biology and science.
Bring it in.
But no, you're definitely right. Only 3% of male birds have sex organs as we know it, including ostriches and, of course, my favorite, the ducks.
I knew you would say that. But speaking of similarities, humans aren't the only animals that worm their way into a beloved's heart with a sweet treat like a box of chocolates. The northern shrike hunts insects and small reptiles and mammals like toads and mice and then impales them on sticks as tokens of love.
Oh, they're like little mouse pops or toesicles for their ladybirds. How lovely of them.
Real cute, right? So spiders gift too, but it's usually a dead insect wrapped up in the male's own homemade silk. And it's really that personal touch that really makes it count to me.
Yeah, that's the truth. Female nursery web spiders will mate up to 10 times longer with a gift-giving male. And honestly, I don't blame them because who doesn't love presents?
Right? So those male autumn spiders though, they step it up a notch. And I don't know if you're ready for this. They sometimes kill and wrap up a rival suitor as an edible gift to their legged lady friend.
Yikes, that is definitely one way to handle the competition.
Well, and competition is actually the one thing that honeybees have to worry about. So in the springtime, when a fly young bee flies by a group of male drones, those fellas say to themselves, I'm gonna get that girl if it's the last thing I do. And it's gonna be.
It sure will. Successfully mating with the queen means the drone's genitals will legit explode, and he will perish in the name of love.
I'm sure many of those boys wish they could be a queen, and if only they had those super bio powers of a handful of fish, like clownfish. They're all born male and live in groups with 1 large male and 1 large female as the breeding pair. So if that female dies or is removed from the group, the largest male will actually change sex and become the breeding female.
Then you got seahorses, who also do a little switcheroo from the ordinary. Seahorses, pipefish, and sea dragons are the only animal family in which the males get pregnant and give birth. Super romantic, but they even go dancing in the morning to reinforce their bonds.
Be still my heart, but suddenly what seemed like a horrifying list of facts at first is now turning really sweet and making me want to drink more of this wine. Duck wine. Alone forever.
Okay, well then, let's just get back to the really bizarre, like water boatman bizarre.
Already cringing and I love it.
Many animals perform some sort of mating call or communication. So for humans like us, Britney Spears lines, ooze it, and cheesy pickup lines totally lose it. But no ballad is quite as peculiar as that of the tiny insect called the water boatman.
Do tell.
These little fellows make their love ballads by rubbing their love organs across their rigid abdomen. The result is the loudest sound in the animal kingdom relative to size. They are a fraction of an inch long, but strum a song reaching 99.2 decibels, as loud as a freight train that you're not too terribly far from.
So size doesn't matter, and we're back. Want to know something weirder? Always. Well, with a tactic like that, it's probably pretty easy to tell a waterboat man from a waterboat woman, but hyenas, not so much. Female hyenas aren't just larger and more aggressive than their male counterparts, but they have pseudopenises. So males have to do this really awkward balancing act in order to get their actual member inside the female's faux one. And if it's successful mating, she'll have to then push the pups out through the fake phallus as well. So they urinate, have intercourse, and give birth through this phony.
Well, it's no wonder they're always laughing.
And finally, possibly the most romantic on the list.
Oh, if we're going with the deep sea anglerfish, I would definitely beg to differ.
Sure are, you kidding?
Stage 5 clingers right there.
No way. Okay.
In the dark depths of the Atlantic and Antarctic Oceans, opportunities to find Mr. Right are few and far between.
That's everywhere, honey.
This is true. That's why female and male anglerfish have to stick together once they find each other. Literally.
Yeah, so when they meet, the male bites into the female and begins to fuse with her, gradually disintegrating until only his reproductive organs are left.
When two become one, we'll truly never sound the same.
And you're going for some Spice Girls there.
Yeah,
I like
I
it.
know.
All right, so essentially, his nutritional needs are met from her intake, and she's taken care of when she needs to fertilize her eggs.
Till death do they part.
And now it's time to part for us strange things.
But before we go, make sure to click that notification bell to catch next week's episode of Cool Stuff, Strange Things.
And be sure to like and subscribe.
I'm Steph DeSazio.
And I'm Sabrina Seek.
And Ripley's will be back next Friday with more cool stuff and strange things.
See you then.